just make a playlist and then just punch through it. I'm going to hit the playlist button and then you punch through it real quick.
Punch through it, what do you mean? I just, hit next?
There, you've got audio now.
Okay. Okay, so we're back on now. We apparently were having some audio issues. Let me kind of recap what we were talking about here. There's apparently a big building fire down near downtown at 910 North Staples. If you know that area, you know that's right near, about a block off of I-37. You can see in the picture the Harbor Bridge. You see some of the smoke that's coming in from the distance there, and firefighters are down there right now. We were looking at some of the video we could see earlier, and it appears to be a building called the Intracoastal Enterprises building. Also there were several vehicles that seemed to be on fire there alongside that building. So right now we know that firefighters are down there, again, North Staples near I-37, trying to work the fire, trying to get that put out right now. It's creating a bunch of smoke, which of course is going to lead to some traffic jams in the area, and they're advising people just to stay out of there, to stay away and let them go in there and do their job. Now this happened probably within the last 20 minutes or so. When we first got calls about this, many of our viewers have been letting us know that they're seeing this downtown, and folks naturally curious driving in that direction. Again, we'd encourage you not to do that. Now here's some of the video from earlier where you can see just the black smoke coming out of that area. This is right here as you cross I-37. When you're headed down North Staples, you see emergency responders, of course, trying to get to that fire just as quickly as they can and get in there and see just how bad it is. A lot of times you just don't know based on the smoke, but there are firefighters, there are other units that have responded to this, that are in the middle of that right now, trying to put out a fire at the Intracoastal Enterprises building, as best we can tell, and also some of the vehicles that are a part of that parking lot maybe that were parked there or alongside that. It's creating, obviously, just a big mess down there. We don't know any other details than that at the moment. We do have a crew, though, on the scene trying to feed us more information and tell us more about what they're able to see down there right now. All we can see pretty much is the smoke and the video that we got earlier as we were getting to the scene of some of the smoke and some of the emergency responders trying to move in there. Again, if you know this area, off to the right there is where the old Bayview Cemetery is, and this is over onto the left side just as you cross I-37 there at Staples. Another concern here, a lot of construction in that area right now, of course, because they are continuing work on parts of the Harbor Bridge project. And so a lot of construction workers down there, a lot of people in that area. It's already tough to navigate in some spots down there. And obviously something like this just adds to the confusion. And so they're trying to get in there and get that put out as quickly as they can. If you have people who are working downtown or who you know who are in that area, or maybe you've just got folks who are out saying, hey, we see a fire, we're going to go see what this is. Probably best for them not to do that and for them to stay away at this point so that firefighters can get in there and do their job. Now, we are working to get some other pictures up for you here that we got up closer of the fire and some of the things that our camera crew has been able to see as we got down there relatively quickly, not long after that fire was first reported, as a matter of fact. We were down there right around the time that a lot of the first responders, a lot of the fire trucks, the fire crews were getting down there and were able to see what was going on. These are some initial, very early pictures of that fire. You can see, again, the building, the Intracoastal Enterprises building, and right behind that, the structure that appears to have flames coming through the roof. I'm not sure if that structure is a part of that building or if it's something separate, but it's close enough to cause concern. You also look just over to the right there. You can see where it looks like they may be some abandoned or junk vehicles there. I'm not completely sure about that, but you can see that the fire is over there too. Now, this was very early on as first responders were first coming to the scene, and you can see the fire trucks, the ambulance crews pulling up to figure out what it is that they're having to deal with and what it is that they were looking at. They had been working on that diligently for 20 minutes, maybe close to a half hour by now, trying to get that fire out and trying to get things under control there. And so again, the scene there is that the first responders are working on the fire 910 North Staples at I-37, just as you cross over I-37. If you know that area at all, you know the folks down there. It's also impacted, of course, by the construction going on with the Harbor Bridge and what people are having to deal with there right now. But this is a large fire. It's got a heavy presence with fire crews down there. The smoke is being seen by folks from all across the city, and we wanted to get on here and let you know what that is that you're looking at in case you were curious, so that you would know. First of all, don't head to that direction, and secondly, so that you would know that there are fire crews who are working to get this fire under control and to get down there and to see what it is that they're dealing with. Now, as I mentioned, we do have a crew there, and of course, we are going to go ahead and try to get additional details. We will work to keep you updated through our social media platforms, and we also hope that you'll join us for a full report tonight on 3 News at 5.